Hello YouTube, this is Charlie426, and today we have another late night review of the Gundam Converge EX25 Crossbone Gundam X1 Full Class. Now, I was expecting this Converge figure to come way later. I mean, I was expecting this to come like next month, but it came way earlier than I imagined, and I'm very happy about it. Now, this is something I pre-ordered because Korea, even though we might get kits, model kits at the correct time most of the time, when it comes to Converge figures, we get them pretty late. So, which is why I pre-ordered from a different website. And there's actually you can't really pre-order Gundam Converge figures from the Bandai website in Korea for some reason. Anyway, this is the EX25, which is usually consisted of special mobile suits or mobile armors. Now, I have bought previous like EX series that are non-mobile armors, such as the Night Gundam and then the Blossom Gundam GP00 Blossom, and I'll be honest, most of them were pretty boring, and they definitely felt way expensive. But this one actually gave me a very different feeling because it actually came with more than the actual mobile suit itself. Anyway, enough talking. Let's talk about the stuff I'm going on now. As usual, because of my schedule, I'm mostly able to make reviews at nighttime. Now, originally I was planning on making the review of the Robot Damacy Crossbone Gundam X3, but this came in way earlier than expected, so this will be the next review after this one. And this is the non-premium Bandai version, so keep that in mind. Alright, so let's talk about components. So first of all, what you get, of course, is you get this really nice clear stand that actually has a cross, a skull and a cross on the bottom. And we get the base Converge figure of the Crossbone X1. And here we have the box. Now, the box also had some change. Now, usually, the previous EX series would be that you open it from the side, but this one opens up from the top, which I thought is a pretty good change, if you ask me. And we have the full picture of it, a very nice photo taken. I love those glowing eyes. I wish I had the skills to put in LEDs inside the eyes, or I mean in the heads. And we have the back section, and it does provide a face part to go for the open mouth version, which is actually is a pretty interesting aspect. So I'll talk about that later. Okay, so other than that, what we also get are these parts. Now, obviously, being the full cloth, we get the equipment. So we get the cape or the full cloth equipment for the arm. So these one goes on connects to the shoulders. And then here we have the open mouth version. Now, the part is the eyes. Now, if you look enough closely, the eye parts are right here. And I thought I got a faulty product, but turns out it's not. Even the for God's sakes. Okay, according to the instruction manual, even the instruction manual part looks like this as well. So this means that even the picture shows that. So the eyes barely show if you use this. So which means that now usually, I saw it when the Crossbone Gundams opens their mouths. I thought it would just open to the bottom, but this also means that this could be just me who just figured this out, but the mouse also opens up and down at the same time, so which is why it kind of covers the eyes a bit. And turns out for the Robot Damacy figure, there's also an alternate head for the open mouth, and turns out the eyes actually do get covered by the mouthpiece at the same time. So I guess that's pretty correct on this sense. Of course, those who aren't used to this might think that they got a faulty piece, but once you actually attach to the faceplate, it sort of makes sense. Other than that, we get a alternate feet. We get a different set of feet that actually has the blades. If you read the manga, these blades are actually used pretty often on the feet rather than the hands. So you can have these attached as well. Of course, if you're going to use these, the action base or stand is definitely essential. And then we get the Peacock Smasher. Very nice. We only get this mode. We don't actually get the opened up version, but still good enough. Color is, I say for its small size, it's been colored pretty well. And then we get the Murasame blade, I think that's what it's called. Now, of course, you're going to have to color the eyes of the skull because that comes in white as usual. But unlike the HD kits, both sides are actually coming, colored now. Usually one side would be colored, the other side wouldn't be, or like or parts separated, or either it wouldn't be colored at the first place. But we get the beamed up version, and then we get the normal version that's not beamed up. So yeah, pretty interesting choice for that. So now with this figure, I would like, the main reason why I'm showing at first right off the bat like this is that I'm pretty sure some of you guys are wondering, hey, if I have a let's say Crossbone X2, can I just attach the parts to this? And the answer is no, because obviously the shoulders are different. The entire arm mold is different, mostly the shoulders, because for the shoulders we have the skull knuckle on the shoulders, and then we have these holes to attach those cape equipment. And the body itself, these cape parts or full cloth parts are actually built in at this point. Also, there has been some changes. So when we look at the X-shaped thrusters, no color at all. Now we have a lot of color separation. They actually colored it separately. Also, unluckily, mine came in a little bit bent, so I might need to do that hairdryer like technique where you use a hairdryer to straighten the things up. And also, well, they're all on pegs, but once again, yeah, they're definitely a big change and difference. So yeah. So if you are going to make like a custom X2, or if you bought the X3 premium Bandai version, you're going to need to do some modifications. Okay, so before I actually attach everything, I would just like to mention the arms come in very stiff. So what I did was that I got a screwdriver that's slightly larger than the hole, and then I tried like jamming, like kind of screwed it in. So now my arms don't have any issues going in. But if you think that you're gonna break the arm on the process, do that. Well, okay. Yeah, this is how the backpack connects. All you need to do is just connect on the peg. And there we go. Okay, then usually on the image, the stand, it shows it like this, but the problem is I don't like the angle because it looks like it's pointing down, so that's why I'm not going to do that. Okay, so let's attach everything. So everything attached pretty well, but of course for the arms, I would suggest you attach these first and then attach the arm entirely, because you always have that random chance of breaking something, especially the peg on the arm. So I suggest you kind of leave some space for the arm, or especially the hand, so you can attach the Peacock Smasher or its other equipment. Same goes for the other arm as well. Now it would have been amazing if they actually gave another pair of arms that had these as the gloves. So, but oh well. And for the record, I have used full cloth and SCG Generation Overworld as one of my main team members, and it was very powerful. Okay, so we have attached everything, or at least on the arms. So I'm just going to show you guys this example, because all you need to do is just plug it in. Simple as that. Same goes for the Peacock Smasher. Whoops. Yeah, I suggest you attach everything you want to, and then, finalize the... since the Murasama, these are on pegs, the blade will kind of rotate around easily. So keep that in mind. And there we have, so if you're using the normal feet, you have no issue at all making this stand, which makes this really nice. And okay, so if you're going to use the feet, you need to pop the feet out like that. They just pop out pretty easily, so no need to worry about that. And then just reattach the feet with the knives. Whoops. Of course, just be careful not to drop things like me. Now I would like to mention that the blades that you get with the HD versions are very bad. The best term I can think is they're dinky little blades. They're not even sharp, so the Converge definitely wins in terms of this. So this is everything that if you armed up. Now the only thing that's left is the head part, the face part. So I'm gonna pull off the head, and also regarding the head, I think you need to color the eyes of the skull because they're not colored. So the way how you change the faceplate, also I believe this part is also like a different part. So you have these parts coming out that kind of gives out the illusion of a cape. They're just attached there. So once you have it on, it looks like it has a cape around its neck. So the way how this works is that you have to pull out the faceplate like that. It just pulls out like that. Now I wish they would just give a second alternative head, because if you do this multiple times, I'm pretty sure you're gonna damage like something on the head. So, and then all you need to do is just jam it in there, which is not the best, solution, but oh well. I hope I can do this on one go, because when I was first doing this off camera, this was not easy as I thought. I think I got it. So this is how I think it turns out. So you can see like you barely see the eyes. Now mine's not, it's not in its perfect, position, but you can sort of get the idea. So you can see like the eyes are like kind of barely covered by the mouthpiece, and so you can only see the eyes like on the side section. But to be honest, I mean, it works depending on the angle where you see it, or you can basically modify this if you don't like the way how it looks. So that's pretty much it. Of course, like reattaching the faceplate is not easy. I mean, getting the original one is pretty easy than you think, but getting the one with the mouth opened up version, that's kind of a really pain in the butt to do. But anyway, for what I've paid for, I think I'm pretty satisfied. Granted, normal convergers would cost like $7. This costed like 4 times the price, or sometimes 5, depending on where you buy it. But I'm pretty satisfied with it. And also, I have this project going on that involves Gundam Converge figures. Hopefully, it will work out in the future. And that's pretty much it. Once you have everything on, it definitely has that nice vibe of the full cloth. Anyway, thanks for watching the review. Sorry for the time that took for attaching the other face, but hopefully this review helped you guys out. Anyway, I obviously have more stuff to review, and hopefully I'll see you guys at that review as well. So until then, see you guys next time.